Hi, so this video is on finding the least common denominator of two fractions. So the way we generally know how to find least common denominators is by prime factorization. That means by factoring the denominators into a product of prime numbers. And the reason for this is those are the smallest numbers that you can get. So let's take 9 for example. Let's take 12. So with 12, that's a better example. 12, there's a bunch of factors. So it's 6 times 2, right? You could do that. 12 also uh, equals 4 times 3, right? And if we look at 9, we want to be comparing this to 9. 9 is 3 times 3. So we're not quite sure what the least common denominator is. However, if we go to the prime numbers, then that will always be the constant. So 3 and 3, that's already prime. But we could break this 6 up into 3 times 2, and we can break this 4 into 2 times 2. So you see we got the same thing. We had different factors. We had 6 times 2 or 4 times 3. But once we broke everything down into its primes, then we were able to get the same thing. So you always want to break it down to the lowest possible multiplication, or like the numbers in the multiplication problem that are the lowest possible and cannot be broken down more. That's the actual very definition of prime, is that these things cannot be broken down anymore. The only thing you can write is 3 times 1 or 2 times 1, but you can't go any more than that. So we want to break down everything into its primes. Okay, so let's write down our fractions here. We have 5 over 12, and we also have 2 over 9, right? And we want to find a least common denominator, and we just factored these into their primes. So, what am I doing here? Sorry about this. Okay, let's just do this for now. 5 over 12, well, we've already factored 12 into primes. We said that was 3 times 2 times 2. 2. And that's over 5. And then we said 2 over 9, and we factored, that's 2 over 3 times 3. 3. Okay, so how would we make these denominators the same? Well, this one is missing, so if we wanted them to be the same, this one has 3 3's and this has 1 3 and 2 2's. So how would we make them the same? Well, we'd have to add 2 2's to the 9, and we'd have to add a 3 to the 12. So let's do that. We say this is equal to 3 times over 3 times 5 over 3 times 2 times 2. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We want to add 2 2's so that we get 3 3 2 2 for both of them, times equals, we want 2 2's, so we'll go 2 times 2 over 2 times 2. And we can do this again because this is 1. 3 over 3 is 1, and anything times 1 is itself, so we're keeping these things the same. We're not changing them. And this is times 2 over 3 times 3. Okay, so now you can see we have the same denominators. 3 3 2 2, 2 2 3 3, same thing. Okay, so let's pull this forward and let's see what we get. So we get, here we get 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 3 is 9. So 4 times 9 is 36. Is that right? 9, 18, 27, 36, right? So that's 36, and that means on the top we have 5 times 3, which is 15, and then 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times 2 is 4, 9 times 4 is 36. So now we have a common denominator And these should be the same fractions as we had in our original problem, 5 over 12 and 2 over 9. So we want our common denominator to be 36. And that, so let's take a look at what they say our answer is going to be. Show answer, and the answer is 36. And that is finding the least common denominator of two fractions.